Well, it happened.
Frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country and maybe beyond.
Donald Trump was reelected president, and there are three main reasons why. Going into election night, there were three things that I was watching. Number one, the accuracy of polling. Number two, movement among demographic subgroups, especially voters of color. And number three, overall turnout numbers. How many people just came out to vote?
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. Sorry. Did they call North Carolina?
On polling, we all know that the last two times Donald Trump was on the ballot, he generally overperformed his polling. So I was watching out to see how much of that would play out this time, especially since a lot of pollsters took a lot of steps to try to make that not happen this time. Now, there were a lot of polls before the election this year that predicted that voters of color, especially, but not only Latinos, were going to swing towards Trump. So we were on watch to see whether or not that ended up happening. And on number three, 2020 saw the highest voter turnout since 1900, almost since the 19th century. Huge, huge numbers. And we saw that in the 2018 and 2022 midterms too. Just generally more people coming out to vote. So I was looking out to see how many people just got off the couch and turned out. First, let's talk turnout. Going into this election, there was big uncertainty around just how many Americans were going to turn out to the polls. Since Trump burst onto the scene, we've seen enormous voter turnout. The 2018 midterms saw the highest voter turnout since 1978, and the 2020 election famously was enormous. Like I said, the highest voter turnout since 1900. Now, it'll take weeks to count all the ballots, especially in California, the biggest state, but it looks like the 2024 turnout is going to land at less than 2020, but higher than everything else. Both Trump and Harris are on track to receive more votes this time around than any election except for 2020. And it's an open question why it dropped from 2020, but the best answer might just be the simplest. 2020 was weird and unique in a million ways, and many people, including many Democrats, felt more energized with Trump actually in the Oval Office. Again, complete results will take weeks, but the overall picture is clear. Donald Trump has continued to inspire way more people to come out to vote. But unlike what Democrats thought for years, higher turnout isn't benefiting them, and the evidence is mounting that now it actually hurts them. Second, polls. Again, we have to wait for every ballot to be counted, but overall, it looks like the polls did a pretty good job. They told us that the race in every swing state was close, and it generally was. While Trump does seem to have once again overperformed most polling averages, it's generally within the margin of error and less than 2016 or 2020. And polls also warned of significant movement to Trump in non-swing states, like Florida and New York. And that happened. But yet again, there was a slice of the country missed by polling, and that slice voted for Trump. And third, voters of color. Use whatever adjective you want for Donald Trump's victory: historic, unprecedented, gravity-defying, resounding, but one word you should not use is shocking. For months, we've been talking on this channel about Donald Trump's inroads among people of color and working-class Americans. And there has been a huge debate about this among a lot of analysts and journalists. One side argued that it was way overblown. The other kept predicting that it would come true. And the second group was right. While virtually every demographic group and region of the country shifted right this year, the most significant from a historical perspective was voters of color. It will take months to get validated exit poll data, which is different, more detailed, more scientific, and way more accurate than the plain exit polls you see on TV on election day. But every single exit poll so far shows the same thing. Trump broke through a wall with communities that had been with Democrats for decades. Here's two examples that encapsulate that. One is in the heart of what we generally consider to be the bluest of blue territory, Queens, New York. This is the biggest of the 5 boroughs of New York City, and it's one of the most diverse areas of the country. It's 75% non-white, with high populations of Latino Americans, Asian Americans, Black Americans, and first and second generation immigrants. It's also heavily working class, all ingredients that should make it fertile ground for a daughter of immigrants representing the self-described party of the working class and people of color. But Kamala Harris seems to have won it by only about 22 points, which is less than half Biden's margin in 2020 and way off from what Democrats have been getting there for years. The other is Starr County in Texas. This is the single most Latino district in the entire country. 97% of people in the county identify as Latino, and it has been bedrock Democrat for over a century. The last time it voted for a Republican was 1892. Hillary Clinton won it by 60 points. Barack Obama won it by 70. But Kamala Harris lost Starr County in a landslide of 16 points. That is a 90-point swing in 12 years towards Donald Trump, a candidate Democrats have been arguing is anti-Latino and racist for 9 years, since the first time he ran. And that, in a nutshell, encapsulates the story of this election. Yes, the country is divided. Yes, when all the ballots are counted, Trump will probably have won nationally by around 1.5 points, which is close. But the entire premise of Democrats' identity about who they are and who the country is was shattered by Donald Trump this year. And it's not clear how the pieces get put back together.